There's a moment every cat owner knows. You're sitting on the couch. Your cat approaches slowly, deliberately. They circled once, twice, then they press their entire body weight against your leg, settle in, and begin to purr. Most people think they understand what's happening here. My cat wants warmth, they say. Or maybe food. Probably just using me as furniture. But here's what should unsettle you. Your cat has just performed one of the most vulnerable acts in their entire behavioral vocabulary. And if you're interpreting it as mere convenience, you've already missed the first of 6 hidden conversations your cat is desperately trying to have with you. Because cats don't love the way dogs love. They don't love the way humans love. They have their own language, ancient, subtle, and almost entirely misunderstood. And by the end of this, you'll realize your cat has been asking you for 6 specific things. Not once. Not preferences. Acts of love they actually need to receive to feel secure in your bond. The question isn't whether your cat loves you. The question is, have you been speaking their language back? Let me take you back to a morning you've probably experienced. You wake up. Your cat is waiting at the bedroom door. They weave between your legs as you walk to the kitchen, rubbing their cheek against your ankle, your calf, occasionally your hand if you reach down. Most owners interpret this as, "Good morning, feed me." But watch closer. Notice where they're rubbing. Always the cheek, the side of the face. Never the top of the head, never the back. Here's what's actually happening. Your cat is depositing facial pheromones onto you. They're marking you as theirs, not as property. This isn't possession. It's integration. They're adding you to their social landscape, the same way they would mark a trusted feline companion in a colony. Dr. John Bradshaw, feline behavior researcher at the University of Bristol, discovered that cats have specialized scent glands along their cheeks that release what scientists call affiliative pheromones, chemical signals that literally say this individual is safe, this individual is family. When your cat rubs against you, they're not asking for breakfast. They're maintaining a scent map of their trusted world, and you are the centerpiece. If your cat stops cheek rubbing you, something is wrong. Stress, illness, or a breakdown in trust can cause cats to withdraw this behavior. Many owners don't notice the absence because they never understood the significance of the presence. Don't just let them rub you, participate. Extend your hand at their cheek level. Let them complete the exchange. Some behaviorists even suggest gently rubbing your own cheek against theirs during calm moments, transferring scent both ways. It sounds strange. To a cat, it's fluent conversation. Picture this. You're working at your desk. Your cat is across the room, perched on a windowsill or chair. You glance over Jurai's meat. Then something strange happens. Your cat looks at you and slowly closes their eyes, holds them shut for a moment, opens them again. Most people think, my cat is sleepy or bored. Or maybe they didn't want to look at me. But in cat language, this is revolutionary. Dr. Karen McComb at the University of Sussex published findings in scientific reports showing that the slow blink is the feline equivalent of a smile. In her experiments, cats were significantly more likely to slow blink at humans who slow blinked at them first. It was reciprocal. It was communication. Here's why this matters. In the animal kingdom, closing your eyes is vulnerability. Predators attack when you're not looking. Prey flees when they sense observation. For a cat to deliberately shut their eyes in your presence to say, essentially, I trust you enough to look away, is one of the highest compliments they can pay. If your cat stares at you without blinking, rigid and unwavering, they're not being intense or loving. They're being vigilant. Something in the environment has them on alert. The slow blink is the opposite, the deliberate relaxation of defensive posture. Try it yourself. When your cat is calm and looking at you, soften your gaze and slowly close your eyes. Hold for 2 seconds. Open. Watch their response. Many cats will return the gesture immediately. You've just said I love you in a language they understand perfectly. This one frustrates owners endlessly. Your cat meows at the door. They want out, or they want you to follow. You open the door. They lead you to nothing. A patch of floor. A blank wall. They stare at it intently, sometimes chirping, sometimes pawing at invisible prey. Or worse, they bring you a dead mouse, a live insect, a toy they've killed, and they seem to expect you to do something with it. Most people react with confusion or disgust. My cat is broken. My cat is cruel. My cat doesn't understand. I'm not going to eat that. But they're not broken. They're teaching you. Dr. Tony Buffington, veterinary behaviorist at Ohio State University, explains that mother cats bring prey back to kittens who haven't yet learned to hunt. It's education. It's care. When your cat brings you a kill, they're not offering you a meal. They're acknowledging you as family, and specifically, as family who might need their help. The useless hunts, the staring at walls, the chirping at invisible prey. Often, your cat is demonstrating a behavior and checking to see if you're watching. They're saying, "This is important. This is what I do. Are you paying attention?" If your cat brings you prey and you react with loud noises, disgust, or by immediately throwing it away, many cats will escalate, bringing more prey, more frequently. They're not being stubborn. They're concerned you didn't understand the lesson. The behavior intensifies when they feel it's not landing. Acknowledge the gift, not with praise for the dead animal itself, but with attention to the act. Your cat wants to share their competence with you. Watch their demonstrations. Follow their hunts around the house with genuine interest. You're not humoring them. You're accepting their attempt to bond through shared activity, the feline equivalent of a parent teaching a child to ride a bike. Here's a scenario that divides cat owners. Your cat follows you to the bathroom. They sit outside the shower, or on the bathroom mat, or they paw at the door until you let them in. They seem to need to be there, even when there's nothing for them to do. Most people joke about this. My cat is obsessed with me. My cat has no boundaries. My cat is weird about bathrooms. But there's a deeper pattern here, and it's not about the bathroom at all. Research from the University of Lincoln found that cats form parallel activity bonds with preferred individuals. In cat colonies, bonded pairs don't necessarily interact constantly. Instead, they perform separate activities in proximity to each other, eating near each other, grooming in the same space, resting within sight lines. Your cat following you to the bathroom isn't about the room. It's about maintaining co-presence during moments of vulnerability. When you're in the shower, you're exposed. The running water masks sounds you can't hear, threats approaching. Your cat knows this instinctively, ancestrally, and they position themselves as environmental monitoring. They're not invading your privacy. They're standing guard. Cats who suddenly start following owners everywhere, especially to the bathroom, are sometimes experiencing anxiety. But cats who stop following you, who used to be your bathroom companion and now avoid you, may be signaling illness, depression, or a rupture in your bond. Create parallel activity spaces intentionally. If you work from home, place a cat bed near your desk, not on it, not demanding interaction, just near. Let them be present without performing. This is the intimacy cats crave. Shared space without forced engagement. The bathroom following is just one expression of this need. Honor it elsewhere, and the obsessive behavior often softens into comfortable routine. If this is already changing the way you understand your catif, you're realizing that behaviors you dismissed or misread were actually conversations you might want to consider subscribing. We break down animal behavior that most owners completely miss, not because it's hidden, but because we're not trained to see it. And we haven't even reached the most misunderstood behavior yet. The one that looks like rejection. The one that breaks owners' hearts because they think it means their cat doesn't love them at all. We'll get there. But first, one more hidden language to decode. You've been waiting for this. The behavior that seems like the opposite of love. You're petting your cat. They're purring, relaxed, eyes half closed. The moment is perfect. Then suddenly they turn and bite your hand. Not hard enough to draw blood, but hard enough to shock. Then they jump down and walk away. Most owners are devastated by this. My cat is unpredictable. My cat is aggressive. My cat rejected me. But here's the revelation that changes everything in Monacasis: that bite isn't aggression. It's the feline equivalent of a hug that went on too long. Dr. Mikel Delgado, certified applied animal behaviorist and researcher at UC Davis, calls this petting-induced aggression or overstimulation. But the name is misleading. The cat isn't angry. They're overwhelmed by their own positive emotions. Think about it. Cats are predators with extremely sensitive nervous systems. The pleasure of being touched triggers physiological arousal, heart rate increases, muscles tense, endorphins flood. For some cats, this builds to a point where their body interprets the sensation as too much. The bite is a self-regulation mechanism. They're not saying, "I hate you." They're saying, "I love this so much, I need to stop before I lose control." Even more remarkably, cats who bite during petting often seek out the owner again within minutes. They don't avoid you. They don't hold grudges. They wanted to be close. They became overwhelmed. They regulated, and they return. Before the bite, there are always signals. Tail twitching, skin rippling along the back, ears rotating slightly back, pupils dilating. Most owners miss these because they're focused on the purring, the sound of contentment. There's a body of mounting tension. Learn your cat's threshold. Pet for shorter periods. Stop while they're still enjoying it, before the signals appear. This builds trust. You become the person who respects their limits, not the person who pushes them past comfort. Over time, many cats actually extend their tolerance because they no longer anticipate the overwhelming peak. And here's the deepest truth. The cat who bites you during petting is often the cat who trusts you most. They're vulnerable with you. They let their guard down enough to become overwhelmed. The aloof cat. The distant cat. The one who never bites because they never let you pet them. That long they're protecting themselves from exactly this vulnerability. The bite isn't rejection. It's the risk of intimacy, momentarily misfiring. So here are the 6 acts of love your cat hopes to receive. 1. Participate in their scent conversations. Let them mark you. Mark them back. 2. Return their slow blinks. Learn to say, "I trust you," in their language. 3. Honor their attempts to teach you. Watch their demonstrations. Accept their gifts as the offerings they are. 4. Allow their presence without demanding performance. Create space for parallel living. 5. Respect their sensory limits. Love them enough to stop before they have to tell you to stop. And 6. Understand that their most confusing behavior is the following: the bringing of prey, the sudden batar, often the places where their love is most concentrated, most vulnerable, most desperately trying to reach you. Your cat doesn't love you despite these behaviors. They love you through them. In that quiet moment, when they press against your leg, when they slow blink across the room, when they follow you to spaces neither of you needs to be. Cat isn't asking for food, or warmth, or entertainment. They're choosing you again and again. In a language older than domestication, they're saying, "You are my safe place. You are my family. You are home." And finally, now you can speak back.